Slick, man, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So on to the next project. I've got to put the hook on that bucket there. I hadn't done that yet, but I'm going to do this first. I'm not going to try to explain how I'm going to do it. Y'all just got to watch me do it. I've spent about the last hour measuring and doing some ciphering and everything like that on how I'm going to do it and how I'm going to fix it. Because see, I've got to be able to, if I ever need to take this pin out, be able to get this pin out too. So the thing is going to be able to be removable except for the sides on it. And so I've got it worked out pretty good. Got it all drawn out on paper over there. And I think I've got everything here that I need to make this with. So I'm gonna just kind of film it along. It's filming, man. If any of y'all have never done, try to film yourself making projects and all that, like me, normally I just jump in here and I just roll with it, But especially when you're cutting and welding and sparks are flying, stuff like that, you had to move cameras around and it takes you some little extra time to do that. But in the end, it's worth it though, because the video is really good. And so I'm gonna grab some metal back here and we're gonna get started on this little project. So the main base of it is gonna be, or the sides of it is gonna be the main structure, 6-inch wide channel iron right here. And then it's going to be cut to fit the back of the blade back there. So you can see there's going to be 6.5 inches of depth on it. I got to cut 2 of these out. Alright, any fabricator, any tool and die maker, machinist, whatever you want to call them, is very accustomed to doing stuff like this. And this is the most time consuming thing to do. See, the metal's going to fit just like this right here, and it's going to fit in there and it's going to slide up right there. So this is my template that I've got made, and it's going to go on this side and on the other side over there too. See that butt? So I want it to butt right there at the top, on that. So now I've got that done. I'm ready to start tracing metal and start cutting metal to fit. So cardboard is your friend. Lots of it. You thought you were through coloring when you were a kid. If you're going to do this kind of stuff, you keep Sharpies, plenty of Sharpies, and also scissors too. Good heavy duty scissors. So I hadn't been showing a lot of how I'm doing this as I've been going along. Let's see here. I'll show you. Get my gloves on. So I showed y'all the paper. There's the piece right there cut. Right there. So I cut this part right here with this little cutoff tool. That little thing right there will get it, boy. Watch this. And that's the same wheel that I've been using on this thing since I got it. There's that little wheel right there. Same wheel. Those are wheels I got off of Amazon. You can find them in my link down below. Now I'm going to take a torch and cut the rest of it with a torch. Alright, I've got them fitted. Real nice. Got the paint taken off. Ready to tack them in place here now. So I'm going to set the camera up. I'll let y'all watch me do that tacking, and I'm going to weld it real good, weld them on there. the way the top is going to work, I'm going to come back and I'm going to put a piece of angle iron in here, and I'll weld it to these plates on each side, and I'll drill through the top and through the angle iron, and that's what it'll bolt to, will be that way. So you hear how the fan works on that welder. See, they're welded on now. They're on there. Now I just got to come back with a piece of angle iron, and I'm going to put a piece across here too that will tie into it also. And yeah, so the angle iron and these pieces will stay on there, and then the piece I put across there will stay on there all the time. I may take and probably gonna round these corners off right there. I don't like how that is. Just round it off, and I'll stop it short there, just a little bit. So I already got my radius right there on that. You can use anything for radius. You can eyeball it, trace it out. However, sometimes I do it either way. Just using the socket right here for the radius that I want, and it's just gonna round it. And I'm gonna take the grinder, and I'm just gonna shape it with the grinder. That's what I'm gonna do. That just kind of gives me a little bit of a guide to go by right there. Pretty good. Oh, it's a lot better. I like it a lot better. Alright, this is what it looks like now before I go any further. The way this is going to work is, if I have to take the pin out, you'll undo the pin, and you're going to turn the pin a little bit, and it'll come right out between these two piece of angle iron right there. I decided I'm not going to put a piece in between here, because I went ahead and used 2x2 angle iron right there. See, it's welded on the inside down there too. But I'm pretty happy with the way that it looks and the way it turns out. So I'm fixing to cut a 10-inch wide piece, 6 inches deep. That's going to sit on here, and then I'm going to drill through it and through these, and put 4 1/2-inch diameter bolts through it. And then the receiver hitch will weld to that piece right there also. So that'll complete it, and then all I need to do is just paint it up. I need to get those dingleberries off right there. There's 2 of them right there I missed. But like I said, all in all, I'm very happy with it right now. So there she is with the receiver coupler on it. I've got I'm about to tack it. I'm gonna let y'all watch me do that. I've got it drilled already. Those are just 3/8 diameter bolts that are going through it. I didn't have any halves right now. I'm just going to put those in it for now, and when I go to town the next time, I'll pick up some 1/2-inch bolts to go in it, and I'll just finish drilling the holes to the to a 1/2-inch size. So no biggie on that. I'm gonna weld the coupler to it, and then I'm gonna pull it off and shoot it with paint. But you can see what it looks like right here. It turned out pretty nice. And still be able to remove the pin out of the blade if I ever have to do that. Looks very good. So I'm gonna set the camera up, tack that thing, and weld the fool out of it. So she's there. All she needs now is paint. Let it cool off, spray it with paint, and put the nuts on it, and it's ready to go. That's going to end up being pretty handy right there. You could pull any utility trailer, 16, 18 foot trailer around with it. Alright, there it is with a ball receiver in it. So I've got one on the machine here that don't have a ball on it. It's just got a hole in it to where I can stick a clevis on it if I need to. But it looks like it came from the factory right there on it like that. Pretty snazzy, man, pretty snazzy. Now all I got to do is just take and put the hook on the back of that 3-foot bucket now. But I'll do that this next week. I ain't got time to fool with it. I got to get ready for something else here that I'll be running the 2-foot bucket on tomorrow and all that. So ain't that slick, man? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Love it. Love it when stuff works. You lift the jack up right there and then lash the coupler and you let it down a little bit, so a little bit lower. But those are some real small tires on this trailer right here too. So, but that'll work. That'll work. That'll make it if I need to move stuff around too, like that right there. Just drive up to it, get it and go, man. Just get it and go. So yeah, can't beat that with a stick. Pretty darn cool. Let's see how far out I can reach on it here. See if I can get out from underneath it. Yeah, I'm going to drag it a little bit, but I can get it. There we go. Can't even hurt the ground. Very cool. Alrighty. I gotta get my bush hog out of here. Let's go over here and get it. So if you spend money on something, or a lot of money on something, and it only can do one job, I don't like a tool like that. I like versatile stuff. And if you can take something that's already versatile, like the Mini or a lot of other of my tools, and you can take it and you can spend just a few hours doing this and doing that, you can make it even more versatile to be able to do a lot more stuff with it. And that's what I'm doing with the Mini, is doing just that. Once I put the other hook on the other bucket, that'll pretty much complete everything that I'm going to do to it, that I can possibly going to mess with. Now, I will probably be getting one more bucket for it, a grade finish type bucket, and we're working on some other stuff for it too. But I've had that machine 2.5 weeks now, and in 2.5 weeks I've done two pretty major jobs with it. The first one that y'all seen, the tree job, and then yesterday Kevin, Phillip, and I tackled a big water line, 700 foot of 2-inch water line, and clearing a house pad too. We didn't quite get through with the house pad. We started on it, and we wrapped up about 3 o'clock and called it a day, and got to go back and finish a little bit on it, which y'all will be seeing videos upcoming on it. So that's pretty good. You'll be seeing more stuff like that. I like to work. I like to be constantly doing something work-wise, and I also like to have fun too. I appreciate each and every one of y'all following me along on my quest, doing stuff and things like that. So it's surprising. One more thing right here. It's surprising. I have sold more hoodies and zippered hoodies in February, March, in April than I did through the winter. I'm not sure why that is, but I got all those hoodies and zippered hoodies that y'all sent me order back right before Christmas. They just about gone and all. So I was hoping I was going to make it through the winter with what I had, but I appreciate all the orders coming in and all. So y'all have a good Sunday. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.